Okay, hi again. Nice to see that you've sent us another set of essays. Let's take a look at what you wrote. Um, what are the advantages and disadvantages of travel? Let's see what you said. Nowadays, the number of people traveling within a country or overseas the number has significantly increased. While some people believe this has undoubtedly numerous advantages, others think that it has a limited number of disadvantages. In this essay, I will discuss both positive and negative effects of this trend. Okay, fine. One of the major advantages of traveling is that it helps with your social and communication skills. As you travel to other states or countries, you have to survive on your own and you have to become familiar with unknown people and develop a friendship with them. This teaches you real life lessons and builds a strong character out of you. Furthermore, by traveling to foreign lands, you also get an opportunity to learn about its language and culture, which can further improve your knowledge. Okay. On the other hand, the increased number of people traveling to other regions can adversely affect the environment. For example, in the US, as a result of this, there is a significant increase in the number of flights, which consequently have contributed to air pollution. Another negative effect of this trend is on the famous historical buildings. As most people travel to visit the places of historical significance, the level of human activity surrounding such places, such as littering, have increased, which can further pollute the land. Okay. To conclude, even though traveling can improve social and interpersonal skills of an individual, it can also be harmful for the environment. I hope the government will take some decisive steps towards making traveling more eco-friendly. Okay. So as you can see, it read really easily. It was organized well. I didn't really have to correct very much at all in terms of grammar or vocabulary. So all that was good. There was one thing that I really absolutely wanted you to fix. It was this here. This was really underdeveloped. So here's the thing. The essay asks you to talk about advantages, plural, and disadvantages, plural. So here you started off with one of the major advantages, which led me to believe that maybe you were only going to talk about one advantage. I think that what would have been nicer is if you had had a topic sentence which basically said that you're going to talk about advantages. So what do I mean? I mean, certainly there are numerous advantages to travel. One of the major advantages is that it helps you with your social communication skills. Okay, that would make sense. Then, uh, you could have gone into more details about this. That would have been fine. This, however, you really needed to go into more detail. So you get the opportunity to learn about its language and culture, which can further improve your knowledge. Okay, great. So, how? What does that mean? Why is that important? So go into a little more detail. So I really felt like you needed a topic sentence saying that, you know, there are numerous advantages to travel. And then you could have gone into everything that you did. And then this needed a little further extension. Okay? And then here again, just stretch it out a little bit. Give us a clearer topic sentence that this is now the disadvantages. So on the other hand, there are numerous disadvantages associated with travel as well. One such disadvantage is that the number of people traveling in other regions can adversely affect the environment. Okay, so does that make sense? Let's see, what else did I want to mention to you about this? Now, okay, one other thing I wanted to mention was some of the vocabulary. Here, look at this. As you tell you have to survive on your own and you have to become familiar. I really wanted a little more variety. I felt like a lot of your vocabulary and a lot of your grammar was very safe. Was it accurate? Yeah, a lot of it was accurate. I would say a good portion of it is accurate, but it felt all very safe. And I really wanted to see you experimenting with some higher level grammatical structures, higher level vocabulary, maybe some nice, less common collocations. I mean, you had a couple of nice things here. You said contributed to air pollution, historical significance, human activities. I mean, so some of that's good, but maybe it was just the grammar. It just felt very, very safe. And I really wanted to see you kind of do something a little more interesting in terms of vocabulary and grammar. Okay, I think you can do it. I'm pretty confident, which is why I suggest it. Okay, and then of course extending your arguments a little further. So, all right, let's move on. Take a look at this letter. You're writing your friend and telling him about your new job. Okay. Dear Dave, I hope you and your family are all well. I'm writing this letter to let you know that I recently joined a new company and I am fully satisfied with this job change. As you know, I was not quite happy with my previous job. The main reason is that it was not related to my line of study, which is computer programming, so I was less motivated to work there. Therefore, I decided to change my job. My new work at the new job consists of designing and developing smartphone apps. Currently, I am working on a messaging app that allows users to connect with their friends and chat. My work also includes communicating with and gathering requirements for the app. So, overall, I find my work fascinating and interesting. Besides that, I have decided to buy a new motorbike since my previous one was too old. Also, recently I have joined a gym and started taking swimming classes to improve my health and fitness. I hope to see you soon. Yours sincerely. Okay. Um, this doesn't sound like a letter to your friend. This sounds, I don't know, like it's a letter to someone you don't know very well, someone you aren't particularly very close to, someone you're not very warm with. Um, it definitely does not feel like a letter to a friend. It's missing all of those friendly expressions that we use, all of those. It was very neutral in style, and like I said, it sounds like you're maybe writing your former professor at university. Okay, this is the tone we would use, but this doesn't. It's definitely not a letter to a friend. Okay, so the first thing that felt rather strange to me is this, that you just jumped right into it after I hope your family are well. Okay. So, excuse me, let's see if I can explain to you what I'm looking for. Dear Dave, how are you? I hope you and your family are all well. I've had a lot of changes in my life since we last spoke, so I wanted to fill you in. Okay? Um, the main thing I want to tell you about is that I joined a new company and I am really happy with this job change. Okay? Do you see how my tone is totally different than what you've written? Um, so not quite happy. So as you know, I was miserable at my previous job. Um, and this too, like if this is your friend, he knows the main reason. Okay, he knows what you studied. So that's why I say it almost sounds like you're talking to like a former professor or like a former employer. So instead, you could have said something like, as you know, I was miserable at my previous job. Since my job was not related to my computer programming degree, I found it terribly boring, and I I couldn't get into my work. Okay, um, so after applying to several jobs, I finally found this one. Okay. Um, and then this too. I think you just could have made it friendlier, maybe a little warmer. What else? Let's see. I think you get my point, okay? Rather than bore you with all these suggestions, I think you understand. And so I'd like to see you incorporating some of them, all right? Go ahead and correct these and let's see more work from you. If you have any questions about my feedback, let me know in your email, okay? Good luck.